Hello everyone, this is Mystic Goddess with your general reading. So today we're going to see how the person who is thinking about you truly feels about you currently. This reading is for everyone of every zodiac sign, so feel free to switch the energies around as needed. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into these messages. Give me messages please, Holy Spirit, for everyone that watches this reading. When it comes to the person who is thinking of my viewers, what are that person's true feelings toward my viewers currently when it comes to love? What are that person's true feelings toward my viewers when it comes to love? Two more shuffles. All right, so let's see what comes out here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck, we have running. They feel as though you're avoiding them. Now for others, they feel as though you're getting away. Some of you could have ghosted this person, or you're treating them as though they're invisible. With conflicts being right next to that, if you have distanced yourself or if you've taken a step back, it's causing them a lot of mental conflict. They may want to resolve some differences between the two of you, but as of now, you could be viewing them as incompatible. With loyalty being here as well, they may want to come in and regain your trust, but you feel like they come with a lot of illusions. It's giving energy of them not always making the best choices. Some of you could have even felt as though they were stringing you along. But you being distant from them is causing them to feel unbalanced. At the top of the deck, we have ecstasy. They're wondering if you're out having a good time with someone else. They may also be thinking about the good times that the two of you have shared with one another. So yeah, someone seems to be in mental turmoil right now because they feel as though you are getting too far away. And what bothers them even more is that they think that you're becoming comfortable with the distance. There may have been a point in time in the past when the two of you would become distant from one another and it would really bother you. You may have chased after this person, or you would always be initiating contact. Okay, you would always try to initiate a reconciliation or repair any damage done in the connection. But now, some of you are just letting things be what they are, and others of you are avoiding this person altogether. Now, for some of you, this could be a twin flame connection, especially with the running card being here. But for others of you, I just feel like you're avoiding someone. It's like you don't want to argue with them. You don't want to fight. You don't want the drama. If it is a twin flame connection, the tables could be turning and you could be becoming the runner. Give me more. It's like you feel like this person doesn't know what they want, or they just come with a lot of confusion and you don't have time for it. Thank you. We have silence. Ooh. So they feel like you don't really have much to say to them at all. It's giving energy of them thinking that you don't want to talk to them, or they're noticing that you're not as expressive as you used to be. With healing being at the bottom of the deck, some of you are feeling good in the silence, okay? If you have isolated yourself, you could be at peace with it. You could be focused on healing or releasing anything or anyone that no longer serves you. Also, they feel like you're getting over them, or that you're at least attempting to release them, because you have been a lot more silent than usual. Some of you used to be quick to argue with this person, or you would fight for the connection. I'm not saying that you were being argumentative, that you were causing drama in the connection between the two of you, but it used to be hard for you to remain silent. Okay, and it was because you were trying to fight for the connection. But The two of you are really different. You're really different in regards to how you handle things. It's like you used to speak up, which would possibly cause arguments, or it would cause drama, mainly because this person wasn't really seeing things from your perspective. Okay, but now it's like you're silent and it speaks volumes. Now, when it comes to them, I feel like they tend to be avoidant, meaning if there are any differences between the two of you, or if any issues arise in the connection, they tend to run. They may even disappear or ghost you. With possibilities being here, they're viewing you as someone who's doing something risky. Now, what's risky will be different for all of you. For some of you, they feel like you're opening yourself to new possibilities, new beginnings, all right? Now, for others of you, they could feel like you're playing some games with them, like you could be trying to teach them a lesson, or you're giving them a taste of their own medicine. Regardless, I feel like many of you are no longer stuck on the possibility of the two of you spending the rest of your lives with one another. You're more open when it comes to going in a new direction or having a new beginning elsewhere. At the top of the deck, we have stress, and that card came out in reverse. So they feel like you're not stressing them. You're not stressing the situation. At some point, they may have felt as though you were tense or you were quick to argue. For some, could be that they thought that you were quick to speak up. But now they see you as someone that's not arguing. You seem to be relaxed, stress-free. Even if there are certain things that are bothering you as of now, you're coming off really indifferent. And that's another thing that's causing this person to clash. Wow. So yeah, you guys are healing or you're releasing. Give me more. Thank you. All right, we have soulmates. So they feel as though the two of you share a soulmate connection with one another. They have really deep love when it comes to you. And it's coming out like falling in love with you or connecting with you on such a deep level was unexpected for them. So when the two of you first met, they may have felt as though it would be a fly-by-night type of connection. They may have thought the two of you would only be friends with benefits. So when the two of you started to connect on a deep level, I feel like this person started to move a bit differently. For one, they would start blocking out their emotions, but also they would send you mixed signals. Okay, so it's like they started messing up the connection. Now, at first, I feel like you still tried to connect with this person. You tried to keep the two of you in unity, but after a while, it just became exhausting. Okay, you may feel like this person doesn't have much to offer you, dealing with their locked up emotions and their mixed signals. It's just draining to deal with. Okay. Some of you may have also felt like you couldn't express yourself with this person. Like, for example, you couldn't really tell them the extent of how certain things they were doing was truly affecting you, especially when it comes to your heart space. It's like you would have to keep certain things bottled up, or you would have to walk on eggshells just to keep the two of you, just to prevent the two of you from clashing. Okay. But yeah, you could even feel like you've given all that you can give to the connection. It's been a long journey. I really feel like you sucked things out with them, but you know that you deserve better. Also, things may have progressed in the connection between the two of you really quickly. It may have taken off. It's like when the two of you connected, you were instantly attracted to one another, or it's almost like you were not meeting them for the first time. It's giving kind of kindred spirit type of energy. But I also feel like just as quickly as the passion started to grow between the two of you, just as quickly as the bond started to deepen, it also became exhausting just as quickly. With sorrow being at the bottom of the deck, they feel like they're losing you, or they're worried about that. This person could also be suffering from depression, okay? They feel vulnerable as of now. For some of you, this person wants to come toward you to open their heart, or to at least let you into their heart space. They're hoping that you would be receptive and empathetic toward them. But I just see you being apprehensive. And you're going to be cautious because of all of the pain that they put you through. For a few of you, this person is a bit afraid to come in and open their heart. So they could be fearful when it comes to being vulnerable, or they're uncomfortable with it. But regardless, I just feel like they want to come in and express some of their feelings. Now, also keep in mind, they could come toward you with a sad story. Okay. For some reason, they think that by coming in and getting you to feel sorry for them, if they were to come in with this sad story, you'll be more open to them. You'll be more receptive. But I just still see you being cautious. You're going to be apprehensive. This is going to be very specific. Please don't force it to fit. It's definitely not for everyone. It will probably only be for 2 of you. Okay. But for some of you, or for a few of you, this person may have put you through so much pain to the point where you would start to feel pain within the body. And what I mean by that is, for example, you may have suffered with headaches, chest pains, anxiety. For some of you, you may have lost weight, okay? Or you just didn't feel like yourself anymore, whether that's on a soul level, physically, possibly even mentally. I also feel like the 2 of you connected with each other initially during a time when you were not necessarily at your best mentally. It could have been at a time when you were trying to find yourself, at a time when you were not as happy in regards to your life in general. You may have even initially connected with this person during a time when you were going through grief or sorrow, where you had gone through some type of loss that caused you a lot of pain. If it's not them, if it's not you, it's them. For a few of you, you could have gone through depression shortly after meeting this person. Yeah. They still feel the chemistry between the 2 of you. And some of you are still attracted to this person as well. All right. But you have boundaries now. And I feel like this person taught you boundaries. When it comes to this soulmate connection between the 2 of you, I truly feel like a part of your soul contract with them was to learn to set boundaries, to learn to say no, to learn when to let go, to be able to draw the line. Okay. Deep down, if you think about it, some of you could have been like I don't want to say a people pleaser, but you could have had a hard time when it comes to sticking to boundaries, whether it was making boundaries for other people, or even when it comes to setting boundaries for yourself. I just feel like because you are an empathetic individual, You may have been a little bit naive when it comes to opening your heart. Okay? It's almost like you allowed this person to have your heart on a string somewhat. So you may have learned through this connection that you cannot be vulnerable with everyone. You can be vulnerable, but you have to choose wisely in regard to who you choose to be vulnerable with, because some people will look at it as a weakness and they will take advantage of you. And I feel like that's what happened in this connection. They were not used to anyone being receptive to them. They were not used to anyone coming toward them with an open heart with no hidden motives behind it. They were not used to anyone loving and caring for them the way that you have. So a huge part of the lesson that this person was teaching you was to learn boundaries, okay? Because your boundaries are for your protection. I tell you guys that all the time. And I also feel like another part of the lesson is when to release things or people who are not serving you. And also how to deal with mental conflict, or how to deal with differences that you have with this person or anyone else. You used to be quick to express yourself, like as far as if they were to do something to bother you, or if they say certain things where you feel misunderstood or you feel invalidated. You used to go above and beyond to try and make your point. But now you've learned that everything doesn't deserve a reaction. You don't have to respond to everything. Sometimes it's best to be silent. Your words hold power, but your silence, it holds power and it speaks volumes. Okay? Before, when things would bother you, you used to have to speak up about it, which would also cause the two of you to clash, because this person has cloudy judgment and they were always misunderstanding you or not being receptive to your point of view. They would invalidate your feelings, and that may have been triggering for you at times. But now it's like you've learned to just be silent at times. Okay? To let certain things roll off of your back. You don't have to argue. You don't have to be tense about a certain situation. You're learning how to not allow people to drain you. And so even though this person put you through a lot, especially in regards to pain and mental conflict, it wasn't in vain. It was not in vain at all, because you learned a lot about yourself. You were awakened to certain aspects of you that needed to be healed, that you may not have even known needed to be healed. Okay, so you've learned a lot. You've learned a lot and you've grown a lot. You've grown so much. So this connection was not in vain. Whether you're dealing with this person currently, or whether you have decided to cut ties with them, this was not in vain whatsoever, because the lessons that you've learned, the growth, it's something that elevates your soul, and you can apply the lessons you learned in this connection to every part of life. Every part of life. Some of you may have been a little bit, I don't want to say controlling, but you may have become deeply attached to this person. Now, I'm not saying you would be that way with everyone that you've dated, but this particular connection may have had you in a chokehold, okay? But you learned to be a bit more free-spirited. You learned to not hold on so tightly to things. You also may have learned that Happiness is truly within. Okay? So you're finding yourself again. It may have taken a lot of pain for you to get to this point, but lessons are learned well through pain, unfortunately. That's just like if you tell a child not to do something, and you tell them why they shouldn't do it, what will happen, the consequences of it. Well, sometimes they'll push their limit and they will do exactly what you've been telling them not to do. But if they hurt themselves or if they experience any type of pain or discomfort, guess what? They know not to do it again. They know not to do it again. So I feel like you guys are learning not to sweat the small stuff. This is someone who is feeling grief at the moment. They're in sorrow because your heart was completely open to them at one point in time. You didn't have any boundaries. The sky was the limit. The sky still is the limit, but just not to the point where you're losing yourself, or not to the point where you're putting yourself in situations that are not serving your highest good. Okay? I do also feel like this person is a bit shocked. If you have taken a step back, they didn't expect that. If you have been treating them as though they're invisible, if you ghosted this person, if you've been avoiding them, if you have been distant, it shocks them. It shocks them. If you are being silent as of now, it shocks them. If you're not stressing over what's happening in the connection, if you're not arguing with them anymore, if you are standing in your boundaries, if you have started to say no, it shocks this person. And see, it just goes to show that they're still looking at you to an extent as who you were when the two of you initially met, when in reality, the person that they initially met was someone who just didn't have any boundaries. Someone who may have been a little more quick to lower your standards. All out of love, all out of the passion, all out of having that spark. So you're open to new possibilities. Many of you don't mind taking risks, but you're just a lot more cautious in regards to who you take those risks with. Okay? So this is very beautiful. Okay? Very beautiful. So they feel like you are getting away, like you're avoiding them. It's causing them a lot of mental conflict. I feel like their thoughts are either racing or they just can't really think straight. They keep second guessing themselves. They keep thinking about certain differences that happen in the connection. And they also are fearing that you no longer see them as someone who's compatible with you. You've outgrown them. You've outgrown them. And it's nothing to be sad about, because if you're not growing, that lets you know that you're not evolving on a soul level. Everyone should be growing. And of course, I'm not saying that all of you are sitting around sad because you've outgrown this person, but I do feel like there are a lot of you that always look back. Okay? You may always look back at this person because of the two of you having this deep connection with one another. And also, this soulmate card is about a soul contract. So it lets me know that this person has not fulfilled their end. Some of you have not fulfilled your end either, because Spirit knows. You can convince yourself that you've learned all of the lessons and that you know better now, but Spirit knows. Some of you are still feeling deeply connected to this person, and that's okay. That's okay. We're all on different timelines, and you want to learn the lesson, because if you don't, you're just going to meet the same spirit in a different body. Now, of course, I'm not encouraging any of you to connect with this person. But what I am saying is learn those lessons and apply them. All right. So be gentle with yourself. Don't beat yourself up, because on a spiritual level, you agreed to learn certain lessons through this person, just like they agreed to learn certain lessons through you. Now, others of you are out of there. You are running, and I do feel like you've learned your lessons. You will know if you've learned your lessons, because when you meet new people, the new people will be different. They will be on a different vibration. Okay? That's how you will know that you fulfilled your end of the soul contract. Now, if you have decided to leave this person in the past and you are dating new people and you keep meeting the same spirit in a different body, you keep meeting people who are just like this person in the reading, well, more than likely you didn't fulfill your end of the soul contract, or you're not applying the lessons. Okay? And there are different parts of that soul contract. But that's why I'm here. Every reader has an assignment. Every reader has an assignment. Okay? And even though there are times when the readings can get a bit repetitive, or there are times when some of you may think like, dang, why does this person keep showing up? Well, you have to also understand it's a spirit. I'm here to expose the spirit that's operating through the person. That's why so many people are going through the same thing at one time. Like, this is spiritual warfare, basically. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But, you know, you got to get on that narrow path. So that's why I'm here, to help you through it. And even when you do get through it, you go and you be happy. You go and you live your life. You go and keep growing and glowing. But if there's ever a time when you start to look back, or if you meet someone else that's operating out of that same spirit, you know where to find me. You know exactly where to find me. And for some of you, you know, this is for empowerment. It's for confirmation, to let you know that you're making the right choices, that you are on the right path. Okay? Like, I really care a lot about you guys. I don't want to go to preaching, you know, but I really do care. Love is a very powerful vibration. And so if you are in a connection with someone who is toxic and unhealthy for you, it can put you on the complete wrong path in life. There are a lot of people who have done things because they were connecting with the wrong type of person. Okay? People who have made mistakes that they can't come back from. It's more addictive than a drug. I feel like it can be worse than a drug when you are connecting with the wrong type of individual. But when you find healthy love, someone who loves you deeply, unconditionally, and the two of you are in unity, the two of you are equally yoked, it can elevate you. It's so important. It's so important. Loving the wrong person will have you crashing, and in different aspects of life. So that's why I have to be there for those of you who need confirmation or just need that pep talk. I truly care, and I'm here to help. All right? But yeah, you've had a lot of past lives with this person, and I do feel like they have a lot of karmic debt. A lot of karmic debt. But I'm so proud of you guys for learning those lessons. None of this was in vain. None of the pain was in vain, because I'm telling you, you are not the same person that you were. You are such a better version of you. You're still you, but just a better version. Just a better version. So I'm proud of you guys. I really am. Keep growing and glowing. Okay. All right. And so that is the reading, everyone. If you guys resonated with this or if you liked this reading, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you as a part of the Mystic family. I love each and every one of you guys so much. You take care. Be safe. Until next time. Bye.